Hello and welcome to the Galad Knitting Circle. My name is Jana and I'm coming to you from Göttingen in Germany, where I study musicology and art history. And yes, this is my little video podcast where I talk about all my knitting and other crafty projects if I get up to any other crafts, but mainly knitting. And yes, I really enjoy if you leave some comments, what you're knitting on, and to just get to know some fellow knitting friends and just share our love for making things. That's what this is all about. So yes, today I want to share some projects that I've knit in the last couple of weeks, and maybe we just start with what I'm wearing. I think if you saw my previous podcast, you've seen this hat already, and I've been wearing it a lot since then. I crocheted this hat, and it's in a Rafa. It's called Rafa yarn, by Hobby. This is what it looks like, the texture. I crocheted it, and I really love it. I made this up. This pattern is it's not really a pattern, I just made it up. I just crocheted a circle, a flat circle, so increasing that it is flat, and then just without any increases I crochet down here, this down here and then increased again so it would make this little brim or whatever you call it, I don't really know. And I've been enjoying this so much, especially like when you're out in the sun. It's just so good to have a hat, and especially because I always get sunburn, so it's nice to have an actual sun hat. And this top that I'm wearing is a finished object which I was working on the last episode, and this is also really nice. I'm really happy with it. It is called, I never know how to pronounce it, like argile, something like this. I have no idea. I'm sorry. By Claire Lakewood. And these have been on my needles for such a long time because, it was because first I ran out of yarn and then I had to buy new yarn, and then it was winter and then I didn't knit on it anymore. So now I finished it. But I really like this. I really like the stripes. The construction was quite cool too. So I started on the back and I knitted up and knitted this part until here, and then picked up stitches here on the sides and knitted this front panel and this front panel, and then here it's tied, so it's like these two thingies going out, and then you tie it up here. And I really like it. I really like this construction. There are some mistakes in it because I just didn't pay attention enough, but I don't mind them so much. And the pattern is really beautifully written, but it was just because I had such a long break in between. It took me so long to get into the pattern again, because also I forgot which size I was making and all these things I forgot. So it took me quite a while to get into it again. Also to figure out, after I had such a long break of working on it, also to figure out where exactly I was in the pattern. But that was just all me, nothing wrong with the pattern. But I really like it, and I've been wearing it quite some time too. So this is a cotton yarn, 100% cotton, and it's called Anna and Clara cotton. Is just some commercial cotton that you get in kind of a supermarket here, and 100% organic cotton, which I really like this. I don't know how many times I said this now, But yeah, that's that finished object. And then I have quite a lot of other finished objects too, mainly because they're quite small. So I've been quite a lot into baby knits these couple of days or weeks, and yeah, I've been making quite a lot because my friend in England got a baby, and I've been just making non-stop things for this baby just because I was so excited about it, and I just love making baby knits. It's so cute and also so satisfying because it doesn't take so long, and also you can use up all kind of scrap yarn or like leftover skeins or something that you still have. So I just find it really satisfying. Yeah, maybe I start with this one. It's the super wet because I just blocked it. This is a little jumper that I made. That's what it looks like. So it has this colorwork yoke, a little bit of colorwork on the bottom hem, and here also on the sleeves. Yeah, so this is from the knitting book that I have and really enjoy. Yeah, this is the German version, but it's original in English, and I think what's the English title? I think it says here somewhere. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's something with. Yeah, it's called something with strange brew. Don't know the exact title, but yeah, this is what it looks like, and it also looks the same in English. But yeah, this book is so cool. I really enjoy it. It's this idea that you can just make up your own jumpers, really, with this method where you get like different, like you have all these lists of like yarn weights, and then how many stitches you need for like the cast on, and then on which points of the jumper you need how many stitches, so that you can kind of make up your own pattern. And yes, it's really cleverly made. And then you have some different color work ideas here that you can then incorporate in these patterns, and yeah, it's just really beautiful. And there's this one pattern that I made with quite some, I mean, I didn't really follow the pattern, just the color work really. This is what it looks like. So this is the called Compass by KNITS, and yeah, I was really happy with this, and this really didn't take long to make, and I used up some merino yarn that I still had. I think it was the one by Drops, this baby merino, and yeah, I really hope this is gonna fit. And I chose the size, I think up to 6 months, but I used one needle size bigger. Like I think it says here, I think it says like 3 millimeter, but I used 4 millimeter, so it's a bit bigger than the actual size would have been. So I hope just that they can wear it a bit longer. But yeah, it's quite wet, so it still needs to dry. Yeah, that was this project, and then with the remaining contrast color, I made this little hat. And that's just a basic ribbed hat. It is called, I have it here, Classic Ribbed Hat by Pearl Soho. And yeah, that was also just a really quick knit. It's basically just this tube, and then with some decreases on top. And yeah, so hoping that this would go well with the jumper, because it's just the contrast color. So yeah, that was the idea. So I used up all the remaining contrast color there. And that just felt so good that you have a project, like I really used up until the last little scrap of that yarn. And then I just pulled it through and weaved in the end, and that's it. So that felt good to really use up all of it. And yes, then I have these little socks. I don't actually know if I showed them already on the podcast, because these I've made like a long time ago, but also intended for this baby. And these are just some little socks. These are the Perfect Newborn Socks by Hey Sister Yarn Co. And yeah, I folded them down because I thought it looked better. But they have two versions. One is with just ribbing and one is with like kind of little cables. I don't know if you can see that actually. Like, yeah, you can't see the cables so well, but yeah, that's what I did. And then I folded this down. So yeah, because I was a bit worried also, it's quite like the cast on is not so stretchy, but yeah, that's what I was hoping, that it would be better if I fold it down, because like those baby legs, they go quite big now. So I was hoping that closer to the ankle they wouldn't be as big. Yeah, was really hoping that these will fit the little socks. But yeah, I just find it so cute to knit anything for babies. It's just so cute. And I'm really hoping that more of my friends will have babies soon, so I can knit more things. And yeah, then another thing I did also, like this is just made up, there's no pattern. This is like a little, yeah, not really a scarf, but what do you call it? I don't really know the name for it. But yeah, just to tie around your neck, right? And here I ran out of yarn, and then I used this other color here on top, hoping that it would maybe look intentional. And yeah, I think it's not too bad. So that I did too for the same baby. Like this is just like yeah, just a really easy construction, right? I cast on like I think 3 stitches, and then just always like in every increase round I increase the stitch in the beginning and in the end of the row, and then on the way back I just knit, and then so I increase every second round or row in this case. And yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, here I also wasn't so sure how long this would have to be, because I don't really know how big a baby's neck is. But yeah, I was hoping that this would be enough, at least for now. And then I can always still make another one once the baby gets a bit bigger. Yeah, that was this. And then I have one last thing for this baby, and that's just my favorite knit from all these baby knits that I did in the last time. So this is what it looks like. So this is called, this is like a pattern bundle. It's called the SWADDLE Pulse by Susan B. Anderson. And so the idea is, you have in this pattern you have 4 different animals. So there's a bunny, then there's a bear, a lion, and a cat. So I chose the bunny, and yeah, so the idea is that you have this little swaddle, this little blanket, and you can wrap the animal in there, and so then inside you have a little animal. So they're all, like the body of these animals is all the same, and then they just have like little variations. Like here it's only the ears that are different. And yeah, This is so cute, and I was really enjoying making it. And here we have just like a garter stitch square with a little loop and a little bobble thing here to tie the loop. And then all you do is put the bunny in there and yeah, just wrap it. Well, no, first wrap this and then around and then like this, and then you can tie the loop around this bubble and then you have it there. So yeah, I thought this was so cute, and I really want to make the other animals too. And yeah, that's also why I'm really looking forward to all the future babies, hopefully, that I can knit for. Just so I can also do the other animals. Yeah, I think it's such a cute idea. Also, like then the babies, or later the kids, they can then also play with this little blanket and wrap the animals, and I think it's a really cute idea. And yeah, so those are all the baby knits. And yeah, but there will be more future baby knits. I just enjoyed it so much that I decided there's going to be more baby knits in my life. Yeah, also because at the moment, like, well, this week I didn't really stick to it, but at the moment I'm actually in kind of a yarn buying band. I mean, since the beginning of the year, really. I try not to buy any yarn and first use up all the yarn that I have. I mean, I don't have so much yarn, but I just have so many skeins like that. I just used a little bit, and then like, yeah, all these odd skeins, and I really want to find things that I can make with these skeins before I buy anything new. And so yeah, baby knits is just something that is really good for these kind of things. Yeah, so if you have any nice scrap yarn projects or something, let me know. Because at the moment I'm really trying to look into these things, and yeah, just use what I have here before I buy anything new. That's the idea. Yeah, one more finished object, and that was also like yeah, some kind of a scrap yarn project, but this is now crochet. And this was my first time that I crocheted anything like this, so I'm really proud of it. So it is a bag with these nice daisy granny squares, and I'm super proud of it because I can only, like now, not by before, I could only crochet like the normal single crochet stitch. That's all I could do. And well, I learned a lot when I was doing these. I had no idea how to make those granny squares, and I watched a video on YouTube. I'm going to put the name here so you can watch it too. And that's just a really great tutorial. I watched it a few times, and then I learned how to make these daisies, and I enjoyed it so much to make this. I really enjoyed it, and I would actually enjoy making a whole blanket with those. But yeah, let's see. And I also think for that then I wouldn't have enough yarn, because I don't have that much anymore, because yeah, I used up so much already. Like there was 2 episodes ago I showed you this cardigan that I made with scrap yarn, and yeah, I don't have so much anymore. Yeah, so what I did is I made those 8 granny squares in total with different background colors, and then I joined them together. There was also just some YouTube tutorial how to join granny squares. Joined them together with the white, and then this is just these straps. This is also just crocheted, and they're really not the same length at all. I don't know how that happened. It's a bit embarrassing. It's actually really embarrassing. I still need to fix that. I still didn't do that. I don't know how that happened because I measured them. And yeah, then here, because when I first used it, it was quite, like especially when I put like my water bottle or something inside, then it's so heavy that it looked like it was gonna rip off. That's why I put these little leather thingies to just reinforce these points where the straps hold the bag. And inside, because it's quite holy, if you say that. Because here it's just nothing, right? And I was a bit worried that things would fall out. That's why inside I put this fabric. I just basically put a square of fabric and only sewed it here and up here. Sewed around it once. And now it has a nice inside as well. And I really like this bag so much. I think, like, especially in summer, crocheting is just so enjoyable. Like, I don't I would say I'm not such a fan of like crocheted clothes. Like, I just don't like the look of it so much, like just me personally. But I find for these kind of accessories, it's just so cool, and you can make such cool things. Like, especially these daisy granny squares, I find them so beautiful. And I'm definitely gonna make more of them. Like, also, for example, just as a coaster, you can make these, and all kind of things you could make with those actually. So that was a nice crochet project. And so also the yarns, I have no idea what kind of yarns those were. They were just leftovers. I have no idea, but like mostly cotton, but also some of them are also woolen yarns. So like really just they're quite the gauge is quite loose, because I used mostly like DK weight yarns, and then I crocheted with, I think it was 6mm hook, so quite big. That's why it's so loose, the gauge. That's why I also had to put the fabric inside. But I quite like it actually, because otherwise it would have been so stiff. For this kind of bag, I quite like it. And I'm really happy with this project. I'm like super proud of it. That was that. And now I have 2 more works in process. I can't really talk today. I don't know. At the moment I'm preparing for a Spanish exam in 2 days, and my head is just a mess, like with all the languages, like speaking German most of the day and then also speaking English and Spanish. It's just too much for my head. So excuse me if I can't really speak today. Well, first maybe a bit of a boring work in progress. It's called work in progress, no? Yeah. Well, let's just call it WIP, right? That's what you call it, no? I'm so sorry. So I showed these before. Those are just some shorty socks that I'm making. And I finished one. But the thing is, after I finished this one, I had only this much yarn left. So definitely not enough to make another shorty sock. So I went to the yarn shop and looked if I could find this yarn again, but I couldn't. And I only found one that is similar. It's basically the same colors, if you can see it, but it's just like the patterning is just totally different. Like here it has much more white, or like this really light blue, which is here only those in-between stripes. So I'm not so sure, but well, I just started here, so I can't really tell yet what the pattern is gonna look like. But yeah, I don't mind it so much actually to have 2 different socks. Like when I was younger, I did that on purpose. I thought it was cool to wear 2 different colors socks. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind doing that again. So this is a cotton sock yarn with 40% cotton, 25% wool, 20% viscose, and yeah, the rest polyamide and polyester. It's by Lana Gossa, and that's what it looks like. So yeah, especially for summer, those are really nice, those socks, because yeah, in summer I really can't wear woolen socks in shoes or something. Like I sometimes wear them like in the evening, but not in shoes. That's too warm for me. So, but yeah, those cotton socks, they're nice. And those I can also wear in the summer. Yeah, so I guess I just finished that 1 sock, and then I will still have enough yarn to make another pair of shorties. So then I will have 1 odd pair and 1 normal pair. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. I'm not such a perfectionist. Like sometimes I think I should be more of a perfectionist, but yeah, sometimes I also just don't have the energy to care enough. And now comes my main work in progress. My main whip. I don't know what happened today. And I've been working on this quite a bit. And I'm really happy with it so far. This is what it looks like. Can you see that? This is gonna be a jumper. And this is called the Sheep Camp Sweater by Jennifer Berg. And it's this beautiful color work. So she's called the Native Knitter on Instagram. And she has these beautiful color works that are inspired by like some indigenous patterning, which I find so beautiful. And yeah, so I just knit the color work yoke, and now I just divided for the sleeves, and now I'm knitting down the body, and then I will only have to do the sleeves. And this is, I find this really special project because I use this nice yarn, which is it's a blend of linen and cotton, and it feels so nice, especially when it's so warm now. It's called Bumulin by Drops. You can see that. So this is, what does it say? I don't really know what it says. Oh, here. 53% cotton and 47% linen. And it just feels so nice and airy. Because I have this one cardigan that I made last year out of like a cotton yarn. And this I use so much in summer because it's like my only thing that I can just throw on, like in the morning or in the evening when it's not so warm. Like just on top of like some kind of a t-shirt or top or something, because I can't really wear wool. Like on this I wouldn't be able to wear woolen jumper, just because I find it so scratchy, like no matter what kind of wool it is. And yeah, that's why I just wear like cotton or linen on top of something like this. And yeah, that's why I think this is I'm gonna wear this so much, because I don't have anything like this. And yeah, also because in summer I always find it so sad that I can't really wear my color work yoke jumpers that I really like, and I have so many for like winter, and yeah, in summer I don't really have any, so that's gonna be nice to have this. And yeah, so these are those undyed colorways. I don't really know what this color is. Oh yes, the color number 3, the main color, this one is color number 3. The other one I don't really have the label of anymore. So yeah, but I find this color work so beautiful. And yeah, at the moment I'm mainly working on this, just because I'm really looking forward to having this and to wearing this. And yeah, those are all the things that I'm working on. I have one more thing to show you. Like, this is the first time that this year I broke my yarn buying ban. Because this last Saturday I went to a really nice yarn festival in Kassel, which is like quite close to here. And it was really nice, and there was so much yarn. And well, it was a bit frustrating really, because there was just so much, and well, quite expensive. So, but I bought this, which was a special offer, and I'm really happy with these yarns. That's what they look like. They're hand-dyed yarns with 50% merino yarn and 50% cotton. I hope you can see them well enough. Yeah, so those are really beautiful and so soft. Like, those I could wear on my skin, because it has those 50% cotton, and so it makes them really nice and soft. And yeah, this is I have no idea how to pronounce this brand, but it's from Poland. And yeah, so this is the color sunflower. Then this green is the color eucalyptus, and then this have 2 skeins of the undyed colorway. And yeah, let's see what I'm gonna make with those. But I'm really happy about these, and also it's a nice memory of that day. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably gonna knit next once I finish this jumper. And yeah, well, next week I'm actually going on holidays to Norway, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna have a lot of knitting time there. And yeah, gonna knit all the nice things, also with the hand-dyed yarn that I showed last episode. I have some nice projects planned there, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna be knitting on my holidays. So yeah, it was really nice chatting to you about my knitting. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too bad, my English and everything. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, that you have lots of knitting time and enjoy what you make. And yeah, leave me a comment, tell me what you're knitting on or what you're making. I really enjoy reading those. And yeah, I hope that I'm gonna talk to you soon again, and that I will have more nice things to show you. So until that, stay safe and happy knitting. Bye!